this computer. Okay. Howdy, howdy. Today's not cloudy. You know what time it is. We're going to talk people. And I also got some other stuff we're going to get into today. Yes, I do dibble and dabble in the cards. So I'm going to pull my cards out today also. But death is not easy for anyone. You know, we all have to deal with it in different ways. And I had to go through it with my parents, you know, dealing with their deaths. And it was always best for me not to go be there, situated right there when they died. I let them move their spirit on their own without any conflicts in the room of what might have been the past or anything. I wanted them to die easily without anything's on their mind and let their spirits transform. And of course, you know, what I believe in. I believe in that I can still talk to them on a regular basis, which I can. I have certain abilities that were afforded to me through my father. He would have dreams. And I ended up picking that up too. I have dreams and they come to me in my dreams, and whatever they need to tell me, they'll tell me, you know, and I'll do that. Or sometimes I'll go with signs that I see, like if I see a butterfly or whatever, which I had to end up learning through other spirit mediums or card readers, you know, to look these different signs up, and that'll let you know if your loved ones are around. But what really hit me the most is each time, like when my father died, he was like saying, Libby, go round up the horse and stuff. Go get the men and other stuff like that. And he would name them off. And I'm sitting here like, how is he saying these things? You know, didn't click the first time. But the second time when my mom passed away, I was looking her dead in the eye. That's when she was telling me, you know, it's time for me to go ahead, call, you know, the EMTs. She said, Mom, like that. And at the time, it didn't click right then and there. And I said, yeah, Mom, when I'm not feeling good, I call out for my mommy too. Here I found out later that no, my grandmother spirit was right there next to me. And I had been told many times before that my ancestors are constantly around me, protecting me and helping me. But it was that incident that made me realize that it was real. And I'm like, oh my goodness, my mother was really talking to her mom because she was getting ready to trance into the spirit world herself. So she was already talking to her people on the other side. So at that point, of course, other things happen. So I'm in the midst of trying to move things and get the house in order. So when I want to go stay there, I can have it in order and do these talks with you, because that's where I was doing it from. Now I'm back in Cali and I'm trying to do it from the apartment. And as you can see behind me, everything tore up. That's because I'm trying to declutter, you know, get some stuff packed up. But don't worry about it. Yeah, I look at myself as a nutty professor, you know. You think I'll be organized? No, Libby ain't organized. So anyway, talk about death. So how I mainly deal with it is I'm like, oh, okay, they passed on to the other side, and I'll be able to get hold to them through my dreams, you know, unless they actually come and materialize. And hopefully I don't want to get into them materializing me. I don't think I could take that. It's enough with the visions in the dreams. We can just stick with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, so I look at death as being an ending, which we all understand that. It's an ending of one thing, but a beginning of another. It's a rebirth. So I didn't fall out so much when my parents died, you know, even though I call myself being kind of close to them. I looked at it as, okay, you're going to contact me from the other side. I had already knew how they were going to contact me. So I wasn't as bummed out as many people would be. But I'm coming to you, letting you know that there's ways that you can talk to your people. One of the ways is, like, say if a situation comes up and you're sitting here like, okay, how am I going to deal with this? Whatever. First thing that might come up in your mind, or you might say, how would dad deal with that? See, they coming to you and speaking to you. Or how would mom deal with that? How would grandma, deal with that? Or like I said, I got into cards, which no, they're not demon witchery and stuff like that. Actually, they're inspirational because I was seeing a therapist. We all see one every now and then because you might be bummed out and you need to talk to somebody. And I noticed every time I go see a therapist, it seemed like we was never getting down to the nitty gritty of what needed to be taken care of. So when I got my cards, I kept saying, no, I'm not going to get the cards. Got the cards. And I'm like, oh, this is cool because the cards were more like, okay, we're going to work on you as an individual. We can see what was not right. We're going to work on you as an individual. It's not sitting here telling you to do stuff like, okay, go kill somebody or something like that. Is none of that. It's good affirmations that, especially if you have a issue, like the card might come up and say, well, you need to look at what you've been doing, and it'll say, oh, look at your perspective. Maybe your perspective is not right. And it makes you sit there and think and say, you know what? I'm going to make a change in myself. So I'm going to show you some cards that I worked with. Sometimes I do them on a daily basis. Sometimes, whenever I feel like it. But I went ahead and I got me some numbers cards, and let me see if I'll be able to get this. Yeah. Uh-oh. Very good. Okay. Let's see how we're going to do this. Want to get, I might do it like this. Bring you around like this and sit you. See how we can do this and have it set up so you can just see my desk. I wonder if it'll hit from this side. Let's see if I put it on. Oh, you know what? That might work. Okay, let's turn you around. You see, yeah, because you see this. Get this cord, which you don't really need to see this cord. Oops. Sorry, people, I'm about to tear up my computer. Well, you know what? It needed to fall because I kind of like the way this looks now. See you better. Anyway, told you I'm like the nutty professor. Okay, get that out the way. Let's get these cords out the way. I'm going to show you some things. Okay. Notch on here. Cool. These are my number cards. You should be able to see me pretty much. Okay. Number cards. Right there. Move these out the way. And what I do, I'll shuffle them to see what my number is for today. These are very inspirational. And it really helped with my, let's see over here. It helped with my, my healing. That's what I want to call it, healing. Let's see. Yeah, let's see if I do this. There. Now you can see my ends and everything. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle these cards. These are the number cards. Okay, what your number is for today. This is what I do. Give me some good shuffles in there. I'm telling you, people, these work wonders. They really do. Because the main thing you want to do is work on yourself. Because if you can work on yourself, then you become a better person to help out others. And that helps build out others. Okay, we shuffled it 3 times. I like to split my cards like it's 3, like that. Then I'll go through one more shuffle. Okay. Okay. Let's pull the card. All right, y'all can see that. Let's see the glare. Of course, it's going to read backwards. Should have known that. But what it says, I am courageous. I got the number 99. It is time to get to work on the realization of your soul's mission in life. You have a higher purpose in this life that is yours and only yours to fulfill. Unleash your true power. I am courageous. Let me try that. If you have no glare. There you go. So that's the number for today, people, is 99. You're courageous. Okay. Let's see what other messages. That's the number cards I have. And we ain't gonna work with them. Let's go to, let's see, another set of cards. This is more like for your personal use. They have, it doesn't matter what color the person is on the cards, but it's called Love Yourself. And I don't have all the other information that you probably would need, but if you go on Etsy, you'll be able to find these cards. So I just trying to shuffle these the best way I can. Try to get some good shuffles in here. Always do my little thing, break it up into 3. Just try to see. Yeah. Okay. I'll shuffle one more time. See, all this is about loving yourself and getting yourself together. Because if you get yourself together, then you can be good. Let's see what they got for us today. Okay. Let's see if I can catch it on camera. See the lady doing her little yoga thing. It says, when I strengthen myself, the world, can't read backwards, the world around me strengthens. And it's funny, I just said that. Remember, I just said that to you. I said, if you get yourself together, then other people will be able to get themselves together because, see, you're that example. So this is a really good card for today, people. Really good card. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring out my oracle cards. My tarot cards I pretty much keep for myself. So I mainly read oracle cards when I'm reading it to other people. So here we go. This is an ancestors deck, and let's see what the ancestors are trying to say. Let's see what we're trying to say. And tell your ancestors will tell you about yourself, tell you what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, get yourself together. Okay, here we go. One more thing. Make sure I have it nice and mixed up. Okay, I'll pull out the first card. Okay. And you know what? I've always spoke about this. It says be open to love, relationship, passion, and fulfillment. Let's see if I can get you on the camera here. Hopefully you can see that. Comes in good. So it says be open to love. Because love, you're not going to be able to teach somebody from a point of view if you're mad or upset and stuff about that. But if you have open arms, people can feel those vibes off of you. And so you got to be open to love if you're going to teach them. And love is a very important thing, a good support system to have around you if somebody has died, because that'll help you get through those hard times. Let's see what else the card's got to say. It says explore your creative side. See that? I hope I'm not shaking. Explore your creative side. So, okay, it talks about visualize, paint, and record. What I'm thinking is if you're open to love, you're going to be wanting to share with people good things. And then you go on to open up your creative side and share those creative things that you've done that can help people get through their time of grief or any time. But it tells me it's time for me to explore my creative side. And I'm have 2 degrees in art and got many supplies that, because really what you was looking at is all my art supplies in here for me to, get something done. So let's shuffle these cards again. Let's do 3 cards. Let's see what this is. Okay. Earth magic, nature, rituals, charms. Well, Earth is a very important place for us. So you need to get out into the earth and enjoy nature, what's there, like remember I was mentioning, I don't know if hopefully it came up on tape when I talk about you can see signs of what your ancestors are trying to say to you. Like you might see a bird, you might see butterflies. Butterflies mean change. We always got to have some kind of change. Change is good. For the longest, I hated change. I'm like, no, I want everything to stay the same. But change is good. And getting out to see nature and everything, that helps. It helps a lot. Get out there, do some gardening. It brings you back a sense of just being able to live and put something in the ground and help it grow, water it, and help it grow. And that's what you do when you teach people. You give them that idea or that new thing to do, and they learn, how to grow from that. I'm gonna bring out my little animal cards too. These are good too. I hope you're understanding, people, that these are really good. These cards are really good, and it would behoove you to go ahead and buy some for yourself, and that way it helps you get through days. We're not supposed to be doing it this way, they said. These particular cards you're supposed to have them up and see them. And for animal lovers, this is great because animals, they have Um, they all have different meanings, you know, especially out of this card thing that I have here. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. Now these, you spread them out. Let me get that. Show you. Let's move these other cards out of the way. We already read you today. Go, 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 go. Okay, these, you're supposed to take them like this and you spread them out like that. See? Just spread them. And then you just pick from them. So let's pick this card. It says, yeah, let me let you see it first. Clear out raccoon inventor. So it says you are an inventor. That's what the raccoon is representing on here. Decide on what you really want. You have the integrity, ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. So think about that. You're the inventor. Remember, the other card was talking about being creative. So if you're a creative person, you're an inventor. You pretty much invent that creative side. And so this is just clarifying more of what the card was saying. And like it was saying, you don't do anything that's foul. You look for the good in many things, but you go ahead and invent. But even goes further on here, you have to decide what you want to do in order for you to invent. Then you can invent and you can put those things out there. I was up till 1 or 2 o'clock this morning talking with my cousin and a friend, and he had some computer stuff that he was going to get into. And I told him, hey, you're mastering this. You're the master at it. So you can run with that ideal and it'll teach all across the world how to do this ideal and get things going faster as far as production goes when it comes down to plays and movies. And so I was so happy, even though I'm sleepy now, but I was happy to be able to talk to the gentleman and just encourage him even more. Even though he was already thinking about it, I felt like I was that cheerleader on the side to help him going. So let's pick another card. Okay, this one says Cougar Assertive. Can you see that? Hand stop shaking. Cougar Assertive. Okay, let's read it. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Like I said, being an inventor and a creative. Once you sit still, like I was telling him, get your whole lesson plan together and go into action and get it done and get that out there. And things like this will keep your mind off of the grief, but it'll make you happy because you have a whole new rebirth. And as you go along, you might see signs of that loved one saying, you're doing a great job, So let's pick one more card. Okay, it says Raven Shaman. Okay. It says, you are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. You know what? I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. I just told you from the other card that you use it for good. That's why when it said on there about tricksters, people were tricking you. They're being mean. They're doing things, mean, bad things. But I said, use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and guide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. So, people, I'm telling you, this is, I can actually say for my first time, this is my first time that I ever sat here and read, put this out here. I know these messages are for me, but they're for somebody else too who's actually watching this show. So take from it what relates to you, and run with it. These are more affirmation cards, things. These are my hardest ones to shuffle. I'm going to do my best to shuffle these bad boys because there's a lot of them. Try to shuffle them again. These are the cards which you can take away with you today. Shuffle them one more time. Let's shuffle where you out. I actually have a shuffling machine. I said I was going to use it. My first time, you get a little nervous. You be like, okay, got all the other stuff set up. At least I got to this point today. Now that I know how I can operate this show. And yes, okay. What do you got for us today? Okay, that's kind of working on. Okay, here's some pretty good cards. Okay, this one says, "Be a rainbow in someone else's cloud." Let's see, try to get that there so I can see it. Focus. Go back. Hope you can see that. Be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Think about that with this whole message. Loved one or whatever died, or the relationship, things just went bonkers. So there was an end to something in your life. And the best thing for you to do is to do good. And that's what those loved ones who've passed on want you to do. And they will show you if you're walking the right road. They will give you messages. Just look it up. Sometimes if you see like a crow or whatever around you, just hit your phone. A lot of y'all have phones. Hit your phone and says, okay, what is the spiritual meaning, of a crow? And it'll let you know, or what is the spiritual meaning of a butterfly? It'll let you know. And that's how you can have some communications with your ancestors and loved ones. And, they don't die. The soul does not ever die. It just goes into another form. They're no longer in a human form. So rest assured, they're always going to keep in contact with you, and they will let you know. But thank you for joining me today. I was kind of nervous. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know how to card, but this is a beautiful read. These cards, y'all is on the one today. So we'll talk again next time. Let's see. Let me put you back over here where I originally had you. So, okay, people. And my hands shake if I hold it. Anyway, we will talk again, okay, next time, because I have more things I'm going to add. I'm going to actually get myself a Patreon, because since I'm an artist, I want to do some crafts and stuff with you. So make sure you share this. Hit the like button, put your comments down there, subscribe to the channel. Once I get all the other stuff done, I'll start sharing the pictures of, like, I'm going to do cups, ashtrays. I'll get into some stuff, even stuff that I've been wanting to personally create myself. And what I'll do is I'll do more like a small, like miniature thing of it. And then on Patreon, I'll let you see it. And if you really want to get into it on Patreon, I can show you the steps and show you how I did it at a bigger scale. And it should be a lot of fun, because I went ahead, like I said, I bought clay, which I'm going to show you this mess I got going here. Okay, right there, right here. Bought the sculpted clay. This particular clay, you don't need a kiln. Say, like if you had clay and you were in a ceramic class, and you have to have that to burn to harden the clay. This you can put in your oven and it'll harden that way. That way, you can't say, any of y'all can say, oh, we don't have nothing to harden our project that we're doing. Yes, you do. All of you have an oven. So we're going to get to that, and it's going to be a lot of fun, people. Thank you for joining me today. Ashe.